Good evening. It has been another day of major developments in the Novak Djokovic saga, with the Australian Open set to start tomorrow. Stephen Lloyd SC, who today represented Immigration Minister Alex Hawke, declaring that the world number one's presence in the country may be a risk to the health of the Australian community. News Corp tonight reporting that Mr Lloyd said if the tennis star wanted to be vaccinated, he could be, but Minister Hawke is also aware of anti-vax groups in Australia who are supporting the Serbian. Meanwhile, Nick Wood SC, who represented Djokovic, arguing that there is no evidence allowing Djokovic to play could lead to civil unrest, and said cancelling Djokovic's visa is more likely to fan the anti-vaccination movement. That's according to the Australian. It came as a new poll from 9 newspapers showed more than 2/3 of Australians believe Djokovic should be sent home without playing in the Australian Open. 71% saying he should not be allowed to stay, 15% saying they don't care if he stays or goes, and 14% of respondents wanting him to compete. Victorian Premier Dan Andrews has again urged Victorians to get vaccinated at a press conference this morning, telling reporters that the Australian Open is much bigger than any one person. New South Wales has recorded 34,660 new COVID cases and 20 deaths overnight. Of those new cases, health authorities say just under 21,000 were from PCR tests and the rest via rapid antigen tests. Though of that, 11,204 were from the previous 7 days. There are currently 2,650 people in hospital and 191 in intensive care. It's also been revealed that almost 1,000 healthcare workers in the state have quit or been stood down because they did not get vaccinated. New South Wales Health saying that of its workforce of 170,000 people, 995 are no longer working as a result of not getting the jab. Queensland has welcomed back interstate travellers after border checkpoints and passes were removed by the state's government. The state had been opening and closing its border to different states and territories over a near 2-year period due to the pandemic, but now millions of Australians will no longer have to apply for COVID border passes, receive a negative test result or quarantine on arrival. Police will also no longer monitor the New South Wales-Queensland border regions, the ABC reporting they have been working the borders for a total of 471 days. Overseas now, dramatic videos capture the moment a tsunami hit Tonga following the eruption of an undersea volcano. Authorities across the Pacific are right now on alert, with large waves washing ashore, causing damage, flooding homes and other buildings, and cutting communications in coastal areas. Other nations like Fiji and Samoa have also been affected. In Australia, we have seen marine warnings and a tsunami threat for Norfolk Island, Macquarie Island and Lord Howe Island. Those were later downgraded. Satellite images have also shown a massive eruption. US and Japanese authorities now advising people who are on Pacific coastlines to get away from the shore as a precaution against tsunami waves. Changing pace now, let's now check in with Ivan and Sarah with a look what's coming up later tonight on WAMN News.
Thanks, Leo. Tonight on WAMN News, keep our borders closed, pleased. The inevitable is coming as leading doctors urged WA to masks and test ready. An exclusive with Dr. Andrew Miller.
Complicated app problems hit users of Service WA as the opposition slams the reopening preparations.
Novak Djokovic's 11th hour visa appeal after it was cancelled for the second time. Plus Dr. Mark Duncan-Smith's comment.
Join us tonight on the WAMN News Facebook page and YouTube channel.
Alright, thanks both Ivan and Sarah there, and of course a massive congratulations to Sarah for a great innings at WAMN. Very good to have them back on air every Sunday after a short summer break, so you can check out their bulletin right now. Let's now check in with tomorrow's forecast right across the country. Showers at 30 in Brisbane, 28 in Sydney, partly cloudy 29 in Canberra, 22 in Melbourne, 17 in Hobart, rain expected there, 24 degrees in Adelaide, 28 in thunderstorms in Alice Springs, sunny 32 in Perth, and in Darwin a warm but also wet top of 31. And before we go today, just a quick note that mornings will not be airing this coming Thursday. It was not on air last Thursday as we're on a fortnight break. We will, of course, have the latest headlines on social media and at our website. And if there is a major news story, we will be on air, of course, 8 a.m. Eastern Time Thursdays. We always do special bulletins if there's something major, so you can be sure that we would be on air. And by the way, If you want to help support us, if you really value independent journalism and want to help keep us independent, donate just $4 a month on Patreon. Now, that is much cheaper than pretty much any newspaper subscription I can think of, and probably you can think of. Just $4 a month. And not only are you helping us, you're also getting exclusive access to things like early releases and behind the scenes information. You'll find out when we're doing special interviews and special reports earlier. Find out more. Patreon.com/6newsau. And that is 6 News for this Sunday evening. You can stay up to date with the latest headlines by heading to our website, 6newsau.com, and by following us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Lit. Just search 6 News AU to find us. I'm Leonardo Puglisi. Thanks for your company. Good night.